What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today, let's get started with Belal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena reactions. With UFC 315 wrapping up, what are your thoughts on the card? And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. Now, let's get into some reactions from the main event fight. Jack Della Maddalena defeated Belal Muhammad by unanimous decision to become the new UFC welterweight champion. Now, with the fight officially over, it looks like we're getting Islam Makhachev versus JDM. Here are the reactions to Belal versus JDM. And before we continue, we have a favor to ask. Help us reach 200,000 subscribers on MMA Zone by subscribing and turning on notifications for daily MMA content. Seriously, we rarely miss a day. Islam Makhachev said, "Time to become a double champion. Hashtag Inshallah. Let's go." Islam also tweeted to Belal Muhammad saying, "Head up, champion." Dricus Duplessis said, "Belal Muhammad, well done." JK Merab Davishvili said, "What a great fight. Wow, Jack Della Maddalena, congratulations." Walking Buckley said, Yuri Prohaska said, "Congratulations, Jack." Derek Brunson said, "Wow, I was wrong. Deep down, I just knew we wouldn't get Islam versus Topuria. Damn." Terrence McKinney said, "This fight was insane. Respect to both man and new. Belal does got hands. Surprised us all." Alan Juban said, "JDM looked impressive everywhere tonight." Oscar Willis said, "Everyone was obviously hyped for Ilya versus Islam, and while it's not bigger, JDM versus Islam might just be a sneaky banger." Jamal Hill said, "Incredible fight." Brian Ortega said, "What a fight." Ali Abdelaziz said, "Alhamdulillah for everything, amazing fight. Bully B, it's always gonna be a king." Megan Anderson said, "Let's go. Yeah, the boys, JDM and new, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie." Gilbert Burns said, "What a fight." Adam Martin said, "This sport never ceases to surprise me. A few years ago, Jack Della Maddalena was a prospect I saw on Dana White's Contender Series, and now he's a UFC world champion. The sport moves fast." Michael Bisping said, "Insane fight. Congrats to both men." Dylan Danis said, "Belal forgot the name. Muhammad just got exposed for the fraud he is. He sucks. Got completely outclassed." Alex Bahunin said, "Props to Belal Muhammad for standing with JDM for most of the fight. He's specced." Billy Quarantillo said, "Dope fight. Sets up a fun fight against Islam and 55 opens up a bit. Missed out on Islam versus Topuria, but this is still dope."